So I feel like one of the things that people deal with a lot is there's so many skills that they're trying to learn. And even if we just like would take one like double unders, for example, like it can be a very frustrating process for a lot of people, for a number of reasons. But like one, it's like, I think that one of the most common experiences is like one day they'll start to be going well. And then there will be another day where it feels like you can't even string a couple together and you just want to throw your rope against the wall sort of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I guess we just really wanted to share our thoughts on the mindset of how to approach that. And I guess my first piece of advice would just be like, know that that's going to happen. Like there's going to be days where like you hit a new PR in like your double unders. And then likely on the other side of that, there's going to be like a downswing where like probably a couple sessions after that, you're not going to hit that number again.
Yeah.
So it's just like inevitable part of the process that like if you have a good session and things are going better, that likely you're not going to get up to that point. It's like, okay, you snatch up to a new max, you're probably not going to go in the very next session, hit that number again. Do it, yeah. Right?
Yeah,
maybe if you're very new, but like for the most part, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, when you first start to get a skill like that, especially things like double under, so much time goes by before there's a workout when you don't worry about it anymore. Like you just grab your rope and go. So much time has to go by before that actually happens. Just so many reps and, different workouts and different variations of, chunks of them. If you see a workout that has 100 of them in a row, you're probably going to trip a lot, And then there will come the day when you're like, oh, I can do that in 2 sets of 50, like no sweat.
Yeah.
But you just have to be patient. I mean, that's what I tell people. You just have to just be patient. Like you just got to keep working at it.
Yeah, I think that's what people underestimate is like, okay, I've gotten some of them and I've begun to string them together to I'm just able to do them in a workout.
Yeah.
Like those are so far apart and there's so many steps within that to get from there to there. It's maybe people just don't have the experience of that, right? And it's like there's even for advanced athletes with other skills that they're working on, they still go through that process of like first you have to be able to get consistent with it when it's not fatigued, which oftentimes in classes we're providing you opportunities to do that at some point throughout I would say like a 10-day, 2-week period, like skill practice at some point. So it's like unfatigued, okay, I'm able to do it. And then it's like maybe I'm able to do it in like slightly bigger sets now and just trying to, like, again, string more reps together, whether that's like kipping pull up or double unders or being able to be more efficient in a certain aspect of a movement. And then it's like over time, then it's like, okay, maybe I can do it in some workouts depending on the setting of the workout. Yeah. But as we know, not even all workouts are created equal. Like there could be workouts where there's sets of 20 double unders in each round. And you're like, hey, I'm able to do this RX today. And there might be another one where it's like the workout starts at 300 or something.
Yeah, it's like the other day, there were some movements, Wednesday, 25 double unders after each set of something. And it's like, maybe if you're just getting them, that's a great workout to try them. Yeah. Or start each round with an unbroken set and then switch to single unders. Like, don't spend your life trying to get all of them and just get frustrated.
Yeah. And again, I think that's probably another helpful thing to kind of remind yourself of as you're going through the process is like there's going to be not all workouts are created equal. There's going to be some workouts where intentionally there's overlap between movements, interference, where, okay, I'm doing power cleans and pull-ups, and I'm just learning kipping pull-ups. My arms are going to be really tired when I go to do my pull-ups, and they're probably not going to go super well.
Right.
So, like, either, like, okay, today's not the day for me to push for the RX on pull-ups, or I have to be okay with I'm going to spend more time resting and staring at the bar, or my double unders, I'm just going to be tripping more often today. I'm going to have to take more breaks, and I'm going to be okay watching the clock tick by as I wait and rest so I can do it again.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of it, too.
And that's the other trade-off. Like, I can remember when I first started getting some of that stuff, like, okay, I'm probably going to be last, but it's okay because I want to do this movement. So you have to, like, sacrifice your time a little bit and suck up maybe being the last person done, having, the least amount of rounds, but it just comes with time and experience.
Yeah. There was somebody who I literally just had a conversation about that with the other day where they were like, yeah, I did this new movement that I learned in a workout and everybody was watching me at the end. Right. And it's like, they're not used to that because they're a fairly fit individual. And it's like, you have to be okay with, I'm going to go slower in this workout because I'm introducing this new movement into it with some fatigue.
That's really hard for some people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
it's worth it though. It's worth it.
Yeah. But in the long run, I guess the trade-off is like 5 years down the road, hopefully everybody's still engaged in what they're doing. It's like, now you've elevated your skills in all the different things, and you're probably doing basically any class workout RX, right? Whereas like prior to that, it's like if you choose not to engage in that at all, then it is now like you're still like, okay, you might be really fit and you might have felt like you got a great workout at the end of every single class, but you probably haven't developed any of those skills,
right.
And you're still like pretty rudimentary in terms of like that development. So it's like if you like zoom out big picture, it's like, yes, you're slowing yourself down now, but you're gonna be so far ahead down the road that you just need to constantly remind yourself of that, so you stay engaged in what you need to be doing.
I know. The whole double under thing, I had a conversation with someone the other day. She was like, and I was joking with her, and I said, very delicately, I said, you've been around a long time, and it'd be really great if you started to work on those. And I just kind of gave her a nudge. She's like, I look at the workout, and I'm like, I really don't care if I have a double unders or not. And then after the workout, I'm like, man, I wish I had double unders.
Yeah.
So it's just a decision you have to make, and you can just go really long being the first one done and not having the skill, or take the time to do it.
I also don't think it's completely wrong if there's a movement that you're just not like, you don't really care about learning.
Interested in.
I get that, right?
Yeah.
If you're not competitive, right? If you're competitive, that's a different beast, and you just gotta be prepared for what you sign up for. But
I think for general fitness, you're not going to be any
fitness,
less fit if you're not RXing everything. But
again, I think if you don't do any skills, it's like, okay, do you not know how to properly back squat because you've always just done it on a machine or something, right? Like there becomes like a line where it's like you need at least this amount of skill to be able to have effective fitness transfer to like functional movements in life. Yeah. However, do you need to have double unders to be able to run around with your kids? No. However, there is some line somewhere that you need to cross.
Sure. And I think it's healthy to learn new things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Try and learn new things.